Hello everyone, welcome to this deck guide of Fiore. I really like this card. As soon as Trexter revealed him and I was like, yeah, we need to build a deck around this guy, probably in Basira. So let's do first the deck guide, let's see how we can build around him, and then let's go to some gameplay. So, what does Fiore do? If I'm boosted, I'm eternal. So that means as long as he got one or more boosts, he got eternal. At night, he loses one boost, and he gains one boost per other character in his expedition, and then you send them all to reserve. So basically, if you have some stuff around, you play this card, everything goes back to reserve, and he gets counters for the amount of characters you send to reserve. At night, you will lose one boost, so if you are at night with 2 or more boosts, you can stay him on the field because he is eternal. Because during rest is after night, so you will first lose a boost and then you're gonna check if you go into reserve or not. So you need at night 2 boosts to not send him to reserve. So let's see what we can do around this guy. So let's first see the new set. I want to use as many cards as possible because they are really nice. Let's see things that could help him there. I think Sap Sniffer can be really good because you can augment something in reserve as well. So I think Fiore is best played when from reserve because you can have the Haven boost and other stuff, so you don't need a lot of things on the field to have him stay for that long. So I think the Sap Sniffer would have help us that plan very well. We also need some resupply stuff, etc. I think the Excavator is very good in this deck as well. Let's see, other good cards are of course the Sap. I think this one, if you have it in reserve, you can actually get the boost right there. Also, I think Duel might be great. Not sure if the rare or the common version we want to use. And of course the Mess, because we need to have that thing in reserve, and by spending our counters we can get it out early, I think. Let's see. The Stew is also something I'm interested in playing, but maybe the rare version because we can have it lose fleeting from out the reserve. Or maybe that's too much. I'll just put in one for now to see which way we are heading. Let's see. Daedalus can be there. I think Merry Reunion is one of the best cards because you can resupply the Fiore, and if you do, you can put it in your hand, so you also can let it into reserve, and we want them there as soon as possible. Let's see, what else would be cool. Sap the Purcell on each character you control and in reserve. I think this can be okay. Let's see. Did I put Fiore already 3 times in? No, wait. Of course, there needs to be 3. And Sap Infusion might be good, I'm not really sure. Let's see. So I think that is everything from set 3. All the cards that might be good. The Junior Chef might be good, because if we are playing from reserve. Let's see. I think the Pendicar can also be very good. Maybe Eve. Well, let's see where we are heading. Let's look for the other sets. Tribe of Frost. I normally do this set by set, so I can just put in one of everything and see which cards I like for the set here. We also playing Basira, so as soon as we're getting a boost from one of our cards, we can give a boost back to Fiore. That means that at night you will lose one boost, but every day you can give it some boost, so it stays there forever. I think Fiore needs to be played if we are playing a lot of resupplying. We also want the Syringas because those are too good to pass. Do we want Aklut still? We might still want Aklut to close out the game and not have a one-person game plan. Let's see. Do you want energy bars? Or is that too much? Maybe it's too much, but for now let's just add it. Because if you have a Fiore like with all those sap infusions and copper saps, and it's like a 888 or something, and you put that next to it, you win both expeditions. The same counts for Magic Slay, but that's a rare. We will move twice as well. Yeah, Floral Tent. It might also be a very interesting pick here. The only thing it doesn't protect is Fiore, because it only has Eternal at night when it's boosted, but if it gets removed you only lose the boost, and then it doesn't matter anyway. But it is an easy resupply. So might be good as well. Yeah, I just put them in right now, one off, just to see where we are getting. Well, that's here. Let's get the Beyond the Gate set. Which cards are really good that we need to include? I like the Salvage, but I think it's not good enough for here. I think we want some boosts. The Tiny Gins as well. Let's see. What can we do more? Oh, Chiron, of course. If you got some boost, you need Chiron. Yeah, we already got the new Sabotage card. How is it called? The Pendicar, I think? Yeah, we got the Bravos Pendicar already. It needs 2 boosts, and then you get Sabotage of the Night. It's a 2 mana instead of a 3 mana, so I think the Bouncer, although it's good, it's not worth running right now anymore. Do you want Mighty Djinn? I guess not, because Fiore is also 4 mana. I think all the high stuff. You might run the 2 boost Helping Hands. I think that is really good. We also want some... I think we want Intimidation, because if our Fiore is running too low on boost, we can put it back to our hand and then play it from hand as well, even if it has Fleeting. I think this one is very good to have twice. If we are running Duel, we don't need Mana Eruption. Did I add Duel? Yeah, I added Duel. I think Bravos Bastion is also really needed. Oh, we could use an all-in maybe. It could be a nice deck, but the new set also got so many good boosts. Our game plan is still Fiore. Do we want the Spindle? We might. Let's see, and the rest is, I think, not what we need. So we now got a list of everything we want, and let's see what we want to skip. So we sure want 3 Fiores to be there, and I think we might 2 Akluts. And because we want those 2 things, I think the Tiny Djinn is also very good, because we want the ramp and we need some early game plays. Let's see, what is it saying? Send them all to reserve. So by playing the Tiny Djinn with a boost and Syringar with Fleeting, you can actually send them back to get mana and a card. So those 2 cards aren't that bad to turn back. I think the Fire Rabbit is also a 3-off at the start. Then you get the Pendicar as a 3-off. The Excavator, if we get a boost on this, we can send it to someone else. Let's see. What do we need? I think Duel of Grit is also a 2-off. Then I think we need to cut down on the rare somewhere. Let's see. I think the floral tent will not be good enough. We do need the Bastion. I think Reunion is also really needed. So that means the all-in needs to go. Let's see. So is also not good enough. I think. If we have this card, two times, 3 times, I'm not sure yet. Let's do 3. Sap Infusion. Although I think it's really good, I'm not really sure if it's worth. I think Sap the Purcell can go. Let's see. I think that there's no chance we play this in the rare slot. We might do 2 spindles to be a little bit protective. Let's see. How many rares do we need to cut? 7 more rares. Let's see. I think we need less spells for the Merry Reunion to really work. So I cut the common one here. Then I think we will get that one away as well. Let's see. Do we need or don't we need the Helping Hand? Let's see. I think based on our early game plan with all the small characters, I think Daedalus can go because it's a rare slot. Although it's very good, I don't think we can add it. Let's see. I think the Mass is also a 3 off, or at least a 2 off. Okay, so the Eat Me energy bars will probably be gone as we don't have room for it. If we are removing 5 more rares, we probably have the first base of the deck. Which ones can we cut? Let's see. If we have the Tiny Gin already, I think the Sap Sniffer might be gone as well. Yeah, let's put it away for now. Let's see. The Helping Hand, we still keep it in mind, but I think it's not good enough right now yet. If we don't care about our Fiore to be removed. Yeah, we have a lot of permanents right now, so let's see. What can we do? So we need the Bastion because it also gives us a resupply, and as soon as the Fiore gets into reserve resupplied by its effect, we are very, very well started because it will get a boost from the Haven, a boost from the Basira, and we already got a 3/3/3 Eternal without any effort. And if we play a Copper Sap or something on it, then it easily gets rough for our opponent. Let's see, we got some Excavators to pass on boost, we got the Panda card to make sure we can sabotage. I think the Stew needs to get at least 1 more, and I think the Mess can go 1 down. And I think the Spindle is not really needed here, because do we really mind getting rid of the Fiore? Well, let's cut it for now and see how it actually plays out in the games. We need 1 rare to remove. I think the rare we want to remove is the Merry Reunion. Yeah. So, this is a 39 cards deck. I think this might be good. So, our game plan is Tiny Gin. Get stuff boosted and a little bit of the ramp. We have the Fire Rabbit. Give him boost, maybe a trigger Basira for Fiore or something else. It's very versatile. Syringar, draws cards, getting to our forecast as soon as possible. Panda card, a little bit of a control. As soon as you got two or more boosts, you can sabotage. And with the Basira boost, as soon as you trigger something, the Basira boost will put a second one. So I think this is a very good sabotage card. The Excavator here to pass on the boost, he gets down to Fiore or something else in reserve. So you also can boost the Panda card if it's in reserve. So I think this one is also a good. The Chiron to activate the Basira boost. Well, Aklut, I think it has no need for an explanation. It's just all around good. Fiore, because it's our main character in this deck. The steal, it's here because you can give 1 boost and all characters in the expedition are seasoned. So if you play this like the 2 new commons, the Excavator gets seasoned, goes to reserve, and also gives away a boost, so you get double the boost. And the Pendacar, if you boost it, you can sabotage, and with the seasoned you can sabotage again next turn without spending any boost on him. So I think that's just already really great. Also, if you play this with Aklut will be again much bigger. The mess, we want things to resupply, and I think this card is just universal good. As soon as a character leaves your exhibition, you get a counter, 3 counters, you can resupply. As soon as you are triggering this once, I think you can do this every turn. Well, so it's a little bit of a card advantage. Yeah, Fiore in the reserve is very good. I think one of the most staples we have for a long time in all Bravos decks except for Atsadi is Haven. We can have a resupply and also give some boost perfectly for Fiore. Kapasep, we start with 3. Maybe we need to tone it down to 2 because we also play Merry Reunion. Yeah, as soon as it's something in reserve, you can give it 2 boost. It works really well with the Pendacar. It really works well with the Excavator, with Fiore. This card is I think, really good for this type of deck. Dual Grid, we got some forecast things. As soon as you got the Akut of Fiore on the field, you can play the duel. Specifically good with Fiore on the field because it has Eternal, and well, in some turn you will be able to get rid of 4 cost or lower. The rare is also discarding, so I think this card is really good. Well, we want to resupply. We got a lot of characters in the deck. As soon as this hits the field, then you can put it into your hand. Really good for all the small things we have there. It also has cooldown, so you can play it twice. I really like this card. Intimidation, 1 to get some troublesome things from the field to the owner's hand, and sometimes even our own cards back to the hand. Yeah, just let's see. I think this is for now the start of our deck. Let's go into some games. So, our first game. We're here with against the Muna player. And I see first, I see our Fiore already in hand. Also a Fire Rabbit, a Heavy Ringer, and Chiron. And I'm thinking like, well, we need to go fast against this Theia player. So I think about keeping Rabbit, a 2 cost, and maybe another 2 cost for the Fiore. I think Fire Rabbit will surely be here. If I need to choose between Syringar and Chiron, Syringar gives us a card back, so that one is also probably the one you should keep as well. And then for the second turn you can play like the Havis Bastion into the Syringar, triggering Basira, and you make sure you go at least another progression there. So I think Chiron, Haven, it should be Haven. And then I'm thinking about, well, I can do Haven, but I also want to showcase this Fiore, but yeah, 4 mana, you're not probably gonna do this on turn 2 anyway, so I'm like, you wanted in the mana to resupplying, so let's hope we don't get it here. So I will so the Fire Rabbit, Syringar, and the Bastion there, the Muna player is starting, and they are instantly playing the Bastion, and I'm like, okay, I will put in my Syringar and my Rabbit next to each other to go a 2-0 lead, and we already start very aggressive here. I'm thinking by myself, well, next turn I'm gonna play Haven, Bastion, and probably the Syringar. Maybe the Bastion brings something nice in as well. Here again I see the Pendacar and the Syringar, and I need to mana something. Based on Muna decks, they tend to anchor things a lot, so I think the Pendikar for now doesn't provide anything valuable yet, and I need the card draw probably, so I put down the sabotage card. We are opening with the Haven, and we see a tiny Djinn in the reserve. Now the opponent is playing the Aloe Vera, and it anchors them, and I was thinking to myself, what is the best play right now? Do I want to draw a card, or do I want to up a mana? If I go up a mana, I already got a 2/2 cost in my hand, and maybe as well use the rabbit there as well. So I'm thinking to myself, then I've got 2/1 is 5 mana, and I also can do that next turn without the Djinn there. But yeah, I still play the Djinn there because, well, getting up in mana is always nice. And we're both winning a lane. The Djinn goes into the mana. And here we draw another Pendikar and a Chiron. And now I'm thinking to myself, I need a Pendikar on board. Hopefully with 2 boosts, so I can sabotage something. So I need to keep that. But I also need to get it with 2 boosts. So I probably need to keep the Chiron there as well, to get the boost from Chiron and from Basira there. They resupply a big dragon. It's still yet out of our reach. And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm being really greedy, I might go 2-1 here. Maybe 2-0. So I'm playing first my Shringard to the right, and then I'm counting to myself, if I have the 3/3 of the Pendikar plus the Chiron, it might be 4/4. So maybe we can tie the left side and win the right one. But they are playing a tent and get that Fiore in, and I think, that's rough. If they play it, then sure. I still play it there, hoping to force them to play the Fiore, and of course they do. And I just need to win one of the 2 lanes, playing my Fire Ribbit there and losing the sabotage option, but still going 1-1 is good enough for us here. I'm a little bit sad because I had hoped to get a sabotage in, because sabotaging that Aloe Vera would be very strong. But well, yeah, it happens here. We draw the Couple Step of the Shringard, and I'm thinking, okay, that's a good card to get a sabotage off immediately. And we also get the Aklut, so I'm thinking I can do something with 7 mana, and need to put something into the mana as well. Intimidation would probably be the best card there, because they have the Bastion, and so we can't target anything, and that's what we are able to do. So I directly play out of Aklut, getting that one boost, and I'm gonna tap, of course, the Aloe Vera to make sure they can't play it. And now I'm thinking, do I want to get the boost again for the Basira? And I'm like, well, I still do get the Haven that's giving the Pendikar boost as well as the Basira trigger gives him a boost. So I'm thinking they can play it. So probably I won't use the Basira boost right now. They play the unique. Each player draws a card. And at dusk, if you control 2 or more boosted characters, something gets anchored, and I'm like, okay, that little shroom gets anchored again, and probably gets another boost from the rare Spindle Bastion. And I'm thinking here, I can do the Syringar play I said earlier, and then maybe we can get over it. I do see also a play where we might get the 3-3, but I think I'm going to play the Kappa step here, just to give the Pendy some boosts, and hopeful we can get a 2-1 here, or at least a double progression ourselves. They play something out. I played the Pendy as I'm thinking, well, yeah, let's go for it. Tap it as well. Give the Slinger connect. Though the Pendy still again a new boost, getting up 2 stats here, and also in water 2 stats here. And I'm thinking they got only 1 card left. If they play it, they will probably get some stuff back into the reserve. They overflow a little bit, and I'm thinking, well, let's have a look what they have. They have a Requiem that is really sad. I think this is one of the best cards for Muna now in the set, right? Because a fleeting character with hand cost 4 or less, you can almost target everything in most decks, and also the permanent for 4 or less is a little bit the same. It's only 2 mana. I think this card is really, really great. Also for Lyra, it's the out of faction one, but it even has cooldown instead of fleeting. A very good card, and they indeed remove the Pendy card there, so they can't get the sabotage. They anchor indeed the shroom. We move forward again once mode. And I think we are now in a really good spot. They don't have many cards left. They don't get. They need to go to stop 1 into the mana to play the dragon. They still got the 4/4 on the right side as well. And I'm thinking maybe we can. I think to myself, maybe we can 2-0 them here. And I think we might be able to. I'm thinking to myself, if I put something in the mana, we have 8 mana. That means if we want to play Aklut on one side, we need some other stuff to the right. Aklut itself will get a boost from him. It will become a 5/5/6, so it will contest for surely the right side. So let's see. I think we need to drop the Tiny Djinn into the mana here. That way we have really open up some options. He's playing the Drake, and then I think, well, I think we can have both sides, because to the left one we only need 6 now for win on grass. So I first play out Aklut, just give it 2 boosts, so he gets a 5/5/6 there. We don't want to give the boost of Basira anywhere. Just tap the unique to be sure. They have no mana and they pass. Come to us. We play the Syringar. We play the Chiron. Get a boost. Tap Basira, get another boost, and we are getting 6 into forest and getting that 2-0. And we're winning. Without seeing any Fiore, but still. So, in our second game we're playing against a Nevenka, and our starting hand is Double Haven, Tiny Djinn, Fiore, Duel, and Chiron. And I'm thinking I need at least one Bastion here, and I need the Tiny Djinn as well. It's a good turn 1 play. And I was a little bit greedy, and I thought I want to keep the Fiore to see if it is good on turn 2 or on turn 3. So that's what I did. So my opponent is playing the Scribbling Starfish, and immediately I make a little mistake. I should have played the Bastion here instead of the Tiny Djinn, but I was like, well, if I'm playing the Tiny Djinn here, he will probably put something down on the companion expedition, and because he is figuring out I have something to boost or not. So I'm putting in the Tiny Djinn. He puts in the snowman there, and I will put in the Bastion. I think if I played the Bastion first, the outcome wouldn't have mattered. They will roll on the Starfish to stop me from going forward as well, and they succeed. And we immediately get it 2-0 against us. So we draw a mess and a Chiron. We don't need the mess at the moment. So my play here right now is like, I think I will put in Tiny Djinn and Chiron. That way we get 6 mana next turn, and we play Libeiri and Chiron afterwards. I think that would be a very good play. So we will put it on the companion side, as we have a forest, a mountain over there. The snowman doesn't have forest, and they need forest, so they probably won't play the snowman there. So I think that's the safest play. As expected, they put down the snowman, they buff the starfish, and we will play the Chiron to the left to get it a little bit boosted to hopefully stop them from progressing, and now it's looking very good for us as well. They put here in an engraver, and they try to roll, and we got a little bit lucky here because they roll a 1, so they don't stop us from progressing, and we immediately get the 2-0 back. So we draw Bunny and Excavated. I think the Excavated here isn't that good, and we will put it back to mana. And then I'm thinking we're gonna play Libeiri. They draw a card of the Starfish, and then we immediately go for the Libeiri play. If they sabotage somehow the Chiron, we can still play Fire Rabbit to get a little boost. I think we are getting really solid here. We need to boost on Fiore to make sure that it stays on board. So that's what we're doing. They're gonna see if they're gonna hit an anchor or a boost or something to see how far they can come. And they think, well, a 1/1 here is enough. They draw the Daedalus. So Fiore is still on the board here. We draw another Haven. We don't need that one, I think, because we don't have anything in reserve. And I think the Stew and the Rabbit can give us a boost. And that's what we're hoping for. If we play the Rabbit next to it, we'll boost the Fiore as well. Maybe we could have kept the Haven as well, because we were 1 mana up. Maybe that was a better play here. Here I think, well, let's boost the Fiore a little bit more. I guess if we are winning, we get it back up to the reserve, and then we can play it again for setting up the next turn to get a 2 boost as well. We're lucky they roll a 1 again. They play Daedalus just to make sure that they go a 1/1. So we both progress a little bit. We are stuck on forest, and I don't really mind it on the companion side because we have the Syringars and we have some other options there. So I think we can, if we play it correctly, sometimes go with 2-0 here. We could have just removed the Daedalus to get a 1-0, but I was thinking a 1/1 isn't that bad, and as long as that is there in the reserve, we can try to keep a 2-0. Here we do get a Syringar. and the Chiron as well. Now we don't play anything to the mana because we already were 1-up, and we were trying to get some characters on the field as well. They play a really cool unique. They will put a card from their hand to reserve and they gain 1 boost. And whenever they roll a die, if the Paper Herald has a boost, they will be able to anchor something. Very strong unique. So we see their hand now, they have another Starfish. And here we go, trying to get the Syringar in, but they immediately remove it by the Engraver. And it even goes to discard. So here I'm thinking, what are we going to do next? I know almost for sure we can win the hero side. I'm a little bit if I play Chiron on the companion expedition and also the Duel of Grid, is that enough to push it over? And I don't think we can, because it's only a 3/3/3. We need to we want to remove the Herald because if they're going to roll, we have some trouble. And I think let's play the Chiron over here. Get the Fiore boosted, and I think this was a mistake. We should have played all or nothing on the left side. They now easy see the problem over there. Yeah, I think if I played both boosts on the Chiron and removed the Engraver, they had a 3/4/3 stat, and we would have blocked them because the 4 isn't one of the mountains they could have progressed here. So I think I played it a little bit wrong. They draw from Starfish, and we go for the play to make sure that the Fiore gets boosted as well. And I also think, again, here I could have played Grid to get the 0/1 progression. But I was a little bit playing greedy this game. They are now lucky with the anchor ability as well. They roll a die, so they can anchor something more. And now I'm like, ooh, I played it way too greedy. So now I'm thinking I can play Merry Reunion today and the next day. And I'm like, I just need to go 1/1 from this day, and then I have the duel and stuff and still the Fiore on the field, so I should be able to go 2/1. I will remove the Paper Herald because that thing is going to anchor everything in its way. They sabotage Chiron, and I'm a little bit stuck here. Well, luckily we get a Pendicar here into the reserve, and it's still looking good to get this 1/1. They are playing the guitarist there. If they roll the die, it can be a 5/3/5, and they're blocking us, so we need to play something next to it, and we are doing that, getting 2 boosts on the Pendicar to get a sabotage in as well. They're gonna roll a die with the Martingale, hopefully that they get something to anchor. And they do. They roll a 5, so they're anchoring the guitarist as well. And I think this is one of the best plays for them to have here, because they're going a 1/1. Fiore is dropping in stats a little bit. We can sabotage here. And now I'm thinking, what do I want to remove here? I know that next turn they draw 2, and they can probably play both of them with one of the 2 cards in reserve. And I know they can roll a lot, and I think the two stats that the Martingale and the Tanuki have, it doesn't really matter. So I try to remove the Martingale to make sure they don't roll anything nice soon, and also the supportability there could have been good as well. Here we see our second Fiore. I don't really like it here, but yeah. They play out the Tanuki, we play out the Merry Reunion, and I think after they play the Trickster, that we are on a really good spot to at least go into the tiebreaker. And now I make a little mistake. I should have played the Excavator on the left, making sure that I would have got that 1-1. But I thought, well, let's play the Fiore for the next turn, so we can have a little bit stronger next turn. Forgetting they could sleep my other side, and my hero side, Fiore is putting to sleep, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, so now we can play Excavate and Intimidation, and I think, yeah, it's lost. Almost certain here. We will boost up the Excavator to make sure that we hope they have a bad roll, but well, they roll a 5, get a boost on it, and yeah, well, they go in 0-1, and we will lose this game, sadly, because a little bit of the misplays we have. So it's sad, but Fiore is really strong. If you can put it and on the field and make sure that it stays there, it's getting very strong indeed. So in the end, you can see the Fiore also getting boosted, but the Excavator, that's normally what you want. Get it into the reserve, get it boosted there, play it out with the Haven and the Basira trigger, and since it's a 4-mana 5/5 that gets boosted every turn. So this is well, how we want to play Fiore. I think we could have won this game. Sadly, we didn't. So hopefully you enjoyed this deck.